Hey guys, lawmakers are well aware that there's always the threat of some lunatic coming after them. Well, it happened to Maxine Waters. This crazy guy was coming after her and she had to file a report. Needless to say, he's really regretting coming after her because now he has to do some hard time in jail.
Texas man who threatened to kill U.S. Representative Maxine Waters sentenced to 33 months in prison. U.S. District Judge R. Gary Klausner found Brian Michael Gaerty targeted Waters, who is black, because of her race and added a hate crime enhancement to his sentence. The Texas man who was indicted last year and accused of threatening to kill Rep. Maxine Waters, in a series of phone calls, has been sentenced to 33 months in federal prison, federal officials announced Monday.
As you come onto the page, don't forget to hit that like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you.
Brian Michael Gaerty, 61, of Houston, was sentenced Monday and fined $10,000, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California. The office also noted that U.S. District Judge R. Gary Klausner found Gaerty specifically targeted Waters, who is black, because of her race and therefore added a hate crime enhancement to his sentence. Joseph Venez, a lawyer representing Gaerty, said in a comment to NBC News that his client was very apologetic for what occurred, adding that it is his sincerest belief that, but for the mental health condition he currently suffers as a result of being a victim of violent crime himself, this never would have occurred. Gaerty offered Waters, who was in court for the sentencing Monday, a heartfelt plea for her forgiveness and apologized to her and all those who were affected by his comments, Venez said. In January, Gaerty pleaded guilty to a count of threatening a United States official, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. In his plea agreement, Gaerty admitted to threatening to assault and murder Waters 4 times in August and November 2022. According to federal officials, Gaerty made these threats with the intent to impede, intimidate, and interfere with Waters while she was engaged in the performance of her official duties. The 4 occasions were all through voicemail, which Gaerty left on Waters' district office phone in Los Angeles County, officials said. In each of the 4 voicemails, Gaerty posed a violent threat and used profanity, as well as racist and misogynistic language. In the August 2022 incidents, Gaerty threatened to put a cap between Waters' eyes, cut her throat, and stomp her, officials said. Authorities contacted Gaerty in October 2022 and warned him to leave Waters alone. But a few weeks later, he continued to leave threatening messages on her office phone. Gaerty left 2 more voicemails in November 2022, telling Waters that she done expletive up because she reported his previous threats to law enforcement and added that this ain't no threat. It's a promise, according to officials. In those calls, he also threatened Waters that he would meet her on the street and get in her face, telling her, "You better watch your back," prosecutors said. Gaerty also repeatedly warned Waters that he had a crowd nearby that could harm her. Gaerty was arrested and indicted in August 2023 on 8 counts related to the threats, 4 counts of making threats in interstate communications and 4 counts of threatening a U.S. official. Brian Michael Gaerty, 61, of Houston pleaded guilty to 1 count of threatening a U.S. official in January after sending several threatening voicemails to the Congresswoman, according to a report from the U.S. Department of Justice. He was indicted in April 2023. Gaerty left 4 threatening voicemails that contained racist, misogynistic, violent language and profanity at Waters' district office in Los Angeles County between August and November 2022. In the voicemails, Gaerty threatened to cut the Congresswoman's throat, stomp her and put a cap between her eyes. He warned that she better move, because he and his boys in the area had a contract on her life. After authorities contacted Gaerty and told him to disengage in October 2022, he continued sending threatening messages, saying Waters done expletive up by reporting him, and she better watch her back. He also threatened to meet the Congresswoman on the street and get in her face. In the report, the Department of Justice said Gaerty made the threats with the intent to impede, intimidate, and interfere with Waters while she was engaged in the performance of her official duties. Threats to harm or kill elected officials are anathema to our nation's values and must not, and will not, be tolerated, said U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada. My office and the entire Department of Justice will continue to combat threats against public officials and other attempts to chill democracy. In addition to the sentence, U.S. District Judge R. Gary Klausner fined Geraghty $10,000 and applied a hate crime enhancement to Geraghty's sentence after finding that Geraghty targeted Walters because of her race. Waters represents California's 43rd Congressional District.
As you leave the page, kindly hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.